Hello, all. I hope you are all doing well and everyone had a successful and productive week. We are continuing with our weekly portion review, and this week we are in the portion of Emor, which means in Hebrew, speak, like Amar, he spoke. And it's in reference to speaking to the descendants of Aaron. And this weekly portion is focusing on and describing the purity laws for the Kohanim, the priests, and it also does a recounting of many of the holy days. Today, I want to focus specifically on the Kohen and his relationship and juxtaposition with the Levite. So, in Judaism, the Kohen, the priest, and the Levite, they hold a distinct yet complementary roles, and each is contributing uniquely to the spiritual and the social fabric of the people of Israel. Now, the Kohen operates within the nation through a series of laws that intentionally detach him from the mundane aspects of life. So we'll go through three of them. One is he is forbidden from coming in contact with the dead. Right, so this is really ensuring that he remains unexposed to the impurity of death. And unlike the other religions or figures in other cultures that bring in the witch doctor or the shaman if someone dies, the Kohen is not being called during these times of death. Right, we're keeping him distant from this powerful aspect of life. Secondly, the Kohen doesn't have to bear the burden of his own livelihood the same way, obviously, the rest of the population does. That's because he is sustained by the tithing and offerings of the people of Israel. And thirdly, there's another detachment from significant life crises that happen. Like the Kohen has a prohibition against marrying a divorced woman. The high priest can't even marry a widow, right? So these laws are really creating a persona that remains untouched by the struggles and the crises of daily life that we all have to deal with. And this is allowing the Kohen to uh, uh, emanate a calm, a kindness, and a love towards the people of Israel, especially during their moral downfalls. And the Kohen's detachment from life downfalls is designed to elevate the lives of the rest of the nation, right? If we're in a very low place, we're looking at this figure that is at a much much more elevated position than we are, and there's a point of orientation that we could focus towards. Now, when it comes to the Levite, so for Moses specifically, the giver of the Torah, this is really an embodiment of like absolute democracy, where the Torah is available for anyone. As we say in Judaism, anyone who wishes to come and take it can come and take it. The Torah is really is very lawfully that it really transcends the hierarchy and aristocracy, and it really belongs to everyone equally. Now, uh, it's interesting to note that Moses' sons are not given the status of priesthood. Right? This is really ensuring that the Torah remains accessible to all, because if if the sons of Moses had also the priesthood, then it seems that really all the power is being concentrated. This distinction it highlights two channels of connecting to holiness, which we've mentioned in the past, and two of these channels within the soul are there's a hierarchical channel, right? So this is necessary for maintaining respect and authority. So this would be like honoring someone's father, not who he is, but what he is. And then there's an egalitarian channel, which really fosters a shared holiness across the society without any barriers. Now, these parallel structures are divinely established to balance authority and equality within the spiritual life of the nation. So the Levite plays a unique and essential role in Israelite society. Unlike the Kohen, unlike the priest, the Levite has no inheritance and does not belong to any priestly aristocracy. Right? Instead, the Levite is a wanderer, and he's carrying the Torah throughout the nation of Israel, throughout the people of Israel. He is rootless, and he doesn't get a parcel of land. Right? His land, his portion is with God. The Levite can really go across the whole nation teaching the Torah. Now, this dispersal is also, we could see it stressed in the biblical phrase, I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. Right? So the Levite is not tied to any specific group, and it really acts as an educational tribe. And and in this way, it's capable of imparting the Torah to all the Israelites. We have to remember again that when the king during biblical times, they would read the Torah scroll at the temple. The king himself had a Torah scroll, but the Torah scroll itself was not something that was around in synagogues all over Israel. Now, in contrast to the Kohen, who again is focused on ritualistic, the ritualistic aristocracy of the temple, he held a different social role. Right, it's more detached from everyday life of the people, and basically we see over here that the Kohen's attachment allows him to serve as a source of spiritual stability and compassion, while the Levite and his rootlessness, not ruthlessness, rootlessness, enables him to educate and spread the Torah throughout the nation. Together, both of them are really they balance the hierarchical and the egalitarian aspects of connecting with holiness. And this is going to ensure that the spiritual and moral fabric of Israel remains strong and inclusive. So I would think it's quite clear where we could learn from this how there are different aspects of our life in part of our religions where some of it has to do with the ritual and the hierarchy that has to be maintained. On the other hand, we have to make sure that everyone feels that they can access, that they can be part of, that they can partake in a spiritual relationship with God as well. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. Take care.